GM guys, and welcome back to another video with THEBITBLOND, the craziest blonde in a word about crypto. Before we get into any content, I would love to do my quick disclaimer. None of this content is a financial advice. You must do your own market research as always. But today we're having another reaction on a market, and I just want to talk about what's currently playing out. And yes, that's the background for today. Let me just adjust my computer. This is more like an old style video, and I just want to tell you that I believe we might see another pullback from this area of 110k today, according to multiple indicators. But not only that, is sometimes we lose trades, sometimes we gain trades, but overall the long-term talking Bitcoin still performing all assets out there. And if we do hold today at 110, I believe 125k is our next target price. However, the previous trade is closed. Over 70 billion were liquidated from these longs, the previous longs. But I believe that today, if you can afford to open a trade, let me show you here. So 110 today, let me zoom in for you. 110 is our current scenario of today for this week. And if we do hold here, I believe 124k, it's our next area of long. Now, if you can afford to lose, do not make this kind of trades. But however, if you can afford, and if you understand that trading is both sides of probability, however, we did bounce immediately from here and we got rejected. So sometimes the market plays a lot on manipulation, and it's normal. That's how it works. So if you are trading, you need to be conscious always with longs. Okay, as I mentioned, over 70 billion were liquidated just from previous long, including my trade that I opened. But again, I believe it's time to long. And on a long-term talking, I always remained very bullish for the Bitcoin price. And compared to all assets, the Bitcoin is still performing really well. And I believe this could be an interesting bullish week for crypto. However, we do have a lot of things playing out in our world and our current economy, but Bitcoin, it's always flipping all assets. Even with these massive drops, long-term talking, it's definitely the best and the safest way to park your wealth. But trading wise, you need to be prepared to lose sometimes and open trades that don't actually play out. However, you have a lot of altcoins, lots of meme coins, lots of small tokens that you can play with if you have more money to win. But today I'm just talking about Bitcoin itself, and I hope you could understand. However, if you are in Dubai, if you want to have a crypto coffee, and if you are building something interesting in our space, let me know immediately in the comments, and I will definitely be open to do a meetup. Or if you are attending Blockchain Live Forum 2025 Dubai, links down below, and I'll have a crypto coffee with you there. And yes, let's see what Bitcoin is gonna play this week, but hopefully to the bullish side. However, if not, we keep waiting. Sometimes we have to wait and be able to wait. So if you are looking into open a long position, I believe this is a great signal. It's still holding on the 4-hourly time frame. It's 4 o'clock here in Dubai, almost 5, I believe. So US market is just opening, and let's see how the entire market is correlated this week. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much. See you soon.